All right, let's see. Let's fix this stuff up. Let's see here. Nope. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, that's really bright. Let's take that off. Much better. All right, let me share this. Excuse the mess. Okay, guys. All right, let's see. I'm going to share this really quick so that way it can, let's see here. Hey, guys. Hi, Terry. Let's see. Please feel free to share. I'm about to go live. I'm going to try to figure out how to make rose gold out of airbrush. That's the goal today. We're going to see if it actually works. So let's see if we can do it. You know, this is all learning as you go type of field. So let's try to figure this one out. You guys feel free to share this for me. Hit the like button, share. You make sure you get your notifications when I come on. I'm going to share it just in 2 places, so it shouldn't be that long. Hi, Eunice. Hi, Elizabeth. How's everybody today? Is everybody staying dry out there? We're getting some ugly rain. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Let's see. I'm going to share to one more group, my Houston Cake Club. So, all right. Hi, Felice. Okay. So, the other day, my friend, okay, you guys, hi, I'm Joanne. You guys are just logging in. I do cakes out of LaPorte. I am gonna figure out a new way to do rose gold, because that seems to be the thing that's in right now, is everybody wants the rose gold. So I saw a couple techniques. Of course, you know us as we do the, I'm telling you right now, Eunice, I got to do the confetti, not the confetti, the sequence looking stuff. You know how everybody has to do that? Anyways, they want something like, I don't know if you guys can see, there you go. See this sequence thing? But of course, you guys know that most of the time you're not supposed to eat this metallic gold if you want it really shiny. So I am making it on a dummy for a client that I will of course get back, but it also gives me a reason to learn a new technique and try something new. And I was trying to figure out how to make rose gold in an airbrush method, because you know that's the thing that's in. Everybody's doing rose gold right now, and anybody that knows anything about weddings, people want the rose gold and all that kind of stuff. So in the cake world, you know, we use these. Let's see. Can you see it? And this is more like a bronze, and we use this a lot for antiquing, but they're also getting away with using it for rose gold, but it's really not edible. It's non-toxic, yes, but it's not edible. I'm not saying it's gonna kill you, but you might poop green, just saying. So, but I don't really consider this rose gold. I mean, it's a little bit pink, but not a lot. And this is the regular gold. Let me see if you guys can see that. You see? So I went to Larry's today and I picked up a few of them. And my friend Rocio posted this cool little thing that I thought would be cool to share. And she shared it on her page. And so I'm going to, Wilson knows. Yeah, oh, Wilton, yes, they do have edible gold, but it's not shiny. That's the trick, is we want it to be really, really shiny. Clients that I have, they want it to really look gold. They don't want the matte look, and so we're going for the metallic, shiny look is what they're wanting. So because they're wanting the metallic look, you know, we have to go to this, and it's not for a very, very large wedding, so I don't have to do a lot. So the bottom base is only a 12-inch base, and I'm going to show you, but once I get there, but you know, I'm just going to break it down how I'm doing it step by step, so that way, while I did 12-inch dummy board. I glued an 8-inch, I'm getting a really bad glare. There you go. An 8-inch dummy to it. That's all I've done so far. I am going to wipe some piping gel literally all over this entire dummy to wrap in the confetti. And so I was thinking, what would be the best way for me to be able to get the true rose gold, like you see like on, you know, our watches. I have a watch that is rose gold and it is stunning. So I wanted to go for more of that type of look. Alright. Sorry guys, I had to get me a napkins, my roll of napkins, because you know, I live and breathe these things here. So they finally got some in at the Crazy 8 store that I went to and got them, and I bought them out. I literally walked out of there with like 60 of them, 60 rolls, because I use them for everything. So, I don't know, I'm walking around like a crazy person now, so all I'm going to do is, I have this piping gel. It's just the Chef Masters piping gel. It's almost gone. I've had it for a while, and I'm just going to kind of mix it up until I can't see any. It doesn't have to be really, really smooth. This is a thicker piping gel, only because I've had it for a while, and you know, as long as it stays covered, you're good. I just am going to rub. Let me see if you guys can see. Okay, let's see. There you go. Now you guys can see. Sorry, I got a new light, so I'm getting a really nasty, because when it's white, I mean, it shows up, but it's gonna come off right now, I promise, because once I start covering it with the sequins, if you guys can see, this is just, ooh, nasty. Let's see. Let me flip this for you guys to see the colors better. There you go. If you guys can see, it is a very easy, small, tiny sequence that I got. You see? And it just makes really good sequence. You don't have to pre-cut it. You don't have to take the time out, and all you got to do is airbrush it. So I did it last night. I actually did this exact technique, and we're going to move forward with this one because this is going to be my test to make sure I get the rose gold that I actually want to get. Okay, so for all you guys that are just now logging in, my name is Joanne. We are making, hi Rebecca, we are making rose gold from an airbrush, because so many people are requesting this for a wedding, you know, and they really want the metallic shiny. So what I'm going to do is, I have a cake dummy sit on a 12-inch board, and I'm going to cover it with the confetti that you buy that's multicolored. My next step is I'm going to cover this entire, hello Shalonda, I'm going to cover this entire dummy with piping gel. If you guys can see, I have drawn a line of where not to cross, because if you guys know, in the cake world, we would be putting another cake on the top of this, you know, because this would be fake, or, I mean, you could also put it on top of fondant or whatever and peel away for them to eat. But I'm not going to go over this, because in cake world, we would have to stack another cake here. And so, here we go. We're just going to cover this. And if you look, I'm putting a very generous amount. I'm going all the way down to the bottom. And the next technique that I have is actually pretty cool. My friend Rocio posted it on Facebook. No, Sammy, I can't stop yelling. That's just what I do. Okay, you should know this by now, especially being related to me. Okay. Okay, so I am covering this generously with piping gel, and I'm going to put quite a bit, well, I mean, a fair amount. It's really not too thick, because you want this to stick, so that way you can have it all the way around. And I thought it was really cool, the technique that she posted. Hi, Mary. No, not covered, just right. Not, yeah, this is just plain foam. If you want to do it in cake, make sure that you put a layer of fondant down, then you do this step, so that way it's easier to peel so your guests don't eat it, because if you're going to use either one of these really, really shiny metallic ones, it is, what is this brand? Ideally. There you go. They're non-toxic, yes, but they're not supposed to be edible. So I got a gold and I got a bronze. And the bronze are using for rose gold, but that is not a true rose gold. I like it to be a lighter gold to look better. So for this technique, I figured, hey, what would be a cool way to actually make it rose gold? So, you know, because I'm practicing all kinds of new different techniques all the time, and I figured what would be a good way to actually make that color to us in the cake world can use it, and it wouldn't be so difficult to match, because people were like, oh, rose gold, no, it's the death of me, right? So I am going, and we always try to do the best we can, and I did one for my niece a couple years ago. She wanted a Michael Kors rose gold watch, so I did it in cake, but for some reason, for the life of me, I cannot remember how I did it, you know, so I went back to the drawing board. So as you guys see, I piped it just to the line. There you go. You see, you can see the thin layer of piping. So I did hot glue this dummy down just because it's easier for me to work on, and I could do this, because in real cake we wouldn't do that. And so we are going to just rub this all the way around and fill in any empty gaps that I see. And then this next technique is really cool. I really thought it would be really cool, so I tried it the other day. I actually have the one I did, because what I did is I actually did one already to airbrush. I let it dry for a couple days just so it would not come off during spraying, because I didn't want to have any empty gaps or go back and try to fix any of this. So I figured I would let the piping gel really hard. So you guys can see, this is the, there you go. It slowly goes into focus. It's iPhone, guys, you know, it does it. So, you know, we are just going to do as a video I saw. Rocio posted it. Kudos to Rocio. I wanted to try it, and she showed it to me because I'm always doing stuff like this. So instead of you using your hands, you use the brush, and you just kind of go up, you see? And it actually does stick it. Oh, you guys can't see it. Let me move. Let me see if I move you guys. Maybe we'll have a better, less reflection. Sorry, guys. Let me help you out of here. Let's see. There you go. Is that better? Can you guys see better now? Oh, but now you guys are seeing me at an angle, right? Did I flip on you guys? Yeah. There we go. Good thing I know these things. You can't flip the camera once you started, right? Because once you started going live, if you flip the camera, you are, let's see. All right, let's see. Easy to color. Yep, see, so here you go. If you just go this way and you just start with your brush down and paint up. Isn't that cool? I just thought this was the coolest that I've seen. It's easier, it keeps it clean, and you get an even layer. Yeah, so, you know, and these, you know, a lot of the people are wanting the sequence cakes with the really metallic golds and stuff like that, and you see, you can do this, and look, it's leaving an even color, you know, and this is a really cool technique, because as you see, I am just picking it up with my brush and just kind of painting up. That's all I'm doing. And then when I get here to the top, you see, isn't that cool? Fast, easy, and you get done in half the time, literally. And all I'm doing for this top part here, I actually put it on and I kind of just pat the extra away, you know, and I'm making sure that I don't exceed the line, you know, which is really cool. So, you know, like this. I'm just kind of paint up. See that? Isn't that work amazing? Thanks, Elizabeth. Easy to color. Yeah, I'm going to use this new airbrush system that you can get from Home Depot. Rocio got it for me. not too long ago, and I used it for my metallics because it's easier to maintain, and I don't want to break my Pegasus airbrush gun with metallics. Awesome tip, girl. I use my hands when I did sequence gold. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, so much better. Thanks, Mario. Yeah, it's my hubby put up a new light for me. It's a new LED light above the window, so I wasn't getting so much of a kickback from the behind me. But now, because it's so bright, I got to figure out how to turn down the wattage a little bit so it's not so whitening to the white, because it's an LED light. So you see, and it's very, very, look. Now, this is so much easier for us to be done in the cake world, right, guys? I mean, you can just do it, be done with it, airbrush it, put it to the side, and let it dry so you can get back to doing whatever it is that you're doing. You know? I just thought that this was the coolest idea, and everything just falls back into the pan as a catch. Way to go, right? So, you know, you just kind of put it on, and, you know, you can see here where it's really not sticking so much. So I'm just going to go back over that and just kind of press it in. You see? And then we problem solved. Yeah, so we're just going to, you just kind of brush up. You see? Look at that. Amazing. Done in no time. Done in no time. You guys can get this done. Get out of the way. You see? And this is just a very simple brush. Thank you, Candace. This is a very simple brush. Nothing major. I got it from a 99-cent store. It came in a pack, like 6 to a pack at the dollar store or something. It's one of those acrylic ones that isn't a very good bristle. Not something that you would fine paint something with. But it's sturdy enough to where you can pick up these sequins. So that way you don't have to worry about it. You know? See? Way cool. And just almost done, guys. And then this will be all done. Isn't this the coolest little thing ever? I don't know who the originator of this is. She posted it. She shared it from another site. But I just thought it was so cool. And all of us that do cakes and do the sequence, sometimes, you know, we just don't want to put our hands in all this sequence. And, you know, it's very simple. You just take this and wipe it away with a brush and bam, done. Just like that. And I think we've been on for maybe just a few minutes. I don't think we've been on for that long. Let's see. I don't know what happened here. Let's see here. Okay. So, all done. Look at that. Much better picture. There we go. All right, good. So, now what we are going to do is I'm going to get out my airbrush system that I have that was expensive, guys. I'm talking about so, you know, I didn't even have to pick it up. My friend did. Okay? It's this. This is what I use for my metallics. Yes, it gets sticky on your hands. It gets very sticky, especially when you're doing the sequence. It can get very, very, very sticky. And it's, you know, pain in the butt sometimes. So, if you guys look, this is something you can get at your local Home Depot. Doesn't cost a lot of money. Not actually sure on the price. It couldn't be more than $10. And I use this for my metallics because I don't want to ruin my Pegasus gun. I paid a lot of money for that at a cake show. And, you know, it's very temperamental. So I try not to stick metallics in it if I don't have to. Because I'm trying to keep it for a long time. So it's very precious to me. So, you know, so I use this for stuff like this because how did you get to attach? To what? How do I get what to attach, Elizabeth? I attached the dummy. How do you use that? Yeah, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, Mary. I just hot glue the cake dummy to the board. I have a low temp hot glue gun that I use when I'm gluing my dummies. And then the reason you don't see anything here around it is because this is a trick that I learned from Brahman Weber. All you do is cover the edges with white electrical tape. So that way you don't have that ugly cardboard look. Do you know how do we attach the gold container to the aerosol can? It comes like this, Candace. This is an actual, let me see if I find I might have threw it away, but let me see if I find it. The container it came in for you guys really quick for a hot second. I've had it for a little bit, and this is the way it comes. It doesn't come, oops. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. Yeah, I don't have the original container of it, but if you look, it just says Prevail. Preval. You guys can screenshot it. You can get it from your local Home Depot. It comes with the bottle. This whole set comes in one package. I can't believe, I want to say she spent $5.99 maybe, but I'm sure it wasn't more than $10. So it's worth it for your metallics, and it really gives a really good shine. I'm not really good. So that's why, hi Kathy. So this is a really cool idea. So once again, you guys are just now logging in. I was showing this new technique on how to put the sequins on using a paintbrush, and you just slide right up. And I think I got this done in a matter of minutes, you know. Yes, Home Depot, absolutely. Chris, Home Depot is a cake designer's best friend sometimes. We can get it from Home Depot, okay? It actually does a really good spray. I'm trying to see if I have anything that I've sprayed before. Look, I have this #1 that I've sprayed with it, and if you guys can see, it leaves a very good, clean, even spray. You see? So that's just the one from a 6 that I've had. So, you know, so as you can tell, the only thing that I really didn't like is that you have to have 30 milliliters of liquid in here to be able to get it to work. Okay? Yeah, right, Mary? It is. Home Depot is a cake's best friend, a cake person's best friend. So it doesn't take a lot of gold. The gold lasts for a long time inside this little container. But I almost ran out, so you can put alcohol, water, lemon extract, whatever you want. So, hydroxyl. So, oh no. Let's see. I dropped my tool in there. So it's about to get dirty. Yes, it's a powder. So, let's see. Let me see, you guys can see what I'm doing. My little piece fell off in there. If you guys can see, it's all lined in gold. So I'm not going to touch it with my hand because this is actually filled with vodka. You know, but I'm just gonna, it just inserts right back into here. It's nothing major. It doesn't, I just didn't want my finger to be covered in gold. And so it has quite a bit of liquid already in there that's just been sitting there. And though it doesn't evaporate like I thought originally it was going, what kind of edible gold are you using for real? I am using this one. This is what I'm using. I missed your comment, Mary. I just saw or liquid. This is powdered. These are powdered that I'm mixing in with vodka. You know, a shot for the container, a shot for myself. It all turns out to be a great night, right guys? So, what kind of time we got to use it for real cake? You can use this on real cake. Absolutely, you can use this on real cake. Just put a layer of fondant between this and the cake, so that way you can tell your clients to peel it away. At least that's what I do. Okay? So, as you guys can see, I was thinking that maybe if a rose gold is a pinkish gold. It's really not gold, but it's not a dark gold either. It's a light gold, right? So, for me, I would prefer it to be really a brighter gold. So this is why I decided to try this little technique and see if, hey, if it works. If it doesn't, then I guess we can always go to using this one. And I did buy this one for backup. You know, maybe I'll mix the two and it'll lighten up some more. But we're going to see which one works the best. So you guys can see I'm just using a little palette knife here that I have. I'm just going to put a little bit of gold. Look, it doesn't take very much. See this? And it's just going right in. So what I thought might be a good idea is I went to Larry's today and they had pink. I know everybody knows what poppy paint is, but I figured, hey, what the hell? What if we threw this pink in the gold and the airbrush and see if it turns it into rose gold. Has anybody tried that? Anybody? Has anybody tried that? Did they like the results? Did they not like the results? Do I need to lighten it? Do I need to put some white in it? So, I don't even know how to measure it. So, because I want it to be all pink, and I do need, I'm not only going to cover this one, let's use Rokum Super Gold. It is awesome. Oh, okay, yeah, I've done Rokum before, but I didn't know how it would do. Yeah, see, I have always used this. I have some Roxy Golds and some other powders, but they're really not shiny. Is Rokum really metallic like this? Because, you know, so I don't know how much of this I'm going to use. I'm just going to go, you know, by drops and just try to figure it out, you know? So you guys can tell me if you're seeing the rose gold. So let's see one. I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't work, then I guess we can always just chunk it. And the good thing about it is that you can wash this bottle out and reuse it. So the only thing is that it doesn't, let's see, I'm just going to use this here. I kind of feel like I want to stick some white in it just to kind of level it out some, but it looks like it's getting really thick. So, and it's kind of, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna throw in a couple of drops of white airbrush, just because I feel like it's a little dark for me. So I have just some white Chef Rubber white airbrush. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've done that. You know, I think I might have done that with my niece's cake, because I remember something about copper, but I'm not actually 100% sure. But I figured, why not experiment, right? I mean, this isn't, what do you think? Do you think it's going to come out gold? I don't know. I think I might have jacked it all up. I might be washing this container. Okay, so let's go and see. Because I might just do, maybe I just threw in too much pink. I might have to throw in some more gold, you know. I don't know. I think it needs more gold because I don't see any gold in there anymore. And leave it to me to mess it up, right? But that's what I'm here for. There we go. All right. Let's do this. Since I threw in all this extra color, I'll throw in a little bit of extra gold just because I need the gold to pop out. Me too, Mary. I love experimenting. Yeah, gold and silver. Me too. Okay, so if you guys can see. All right, let's see. You guys got a good shot? Let's see. I am just standing back. I mean, I don't want to get my thing. Let's see. You just kind of spray. There we go. Let me see if you guys can get, oops. Let's see. Well, there's a jam somewhere. It's too thick. It's too thick. Oh yeah, there's a clog right here. I can see it. That's why I have this little nifty thing here. Boom. Just like that. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're experimenting and you're trying to go live. Something always goes wrong, doesn't it? But it's okay. I have these super long toothpicks that I get from the Chinese, little market, and I'm gonna clean it right out. All right, let's see. Ooh, it fell out again. Houston, we have a problem. Now it's so thick. You can see the clump down in there. Can you guys see the clump? You see? So, which tells me I need more alcohol. And because I don't have cheap alcohol right now, I have got to use my Sky Vodka, which is bad, people. Okay? Which is extremely bad. I know. Most people are like, go to the liquor store. Don't use that vodka for this. But it's kind of, not a choice right now. Kind of have to. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. Right, we do learn by making boo-boos. So, this is my alcohol bottle here. And I'm just going to fill this up so I can use it. And then stash my Skyy vodka. So, I normally wouldn't use my Skyy vodka for cake decorating. But, kind of got no choice right now. You know, and as you can see, this pretty cool little droplet thingy. Alright, let me see. I think I messed it up. Okay. Only thing I don't like is it doesn't come with a little... no. I don't like the way this looks. I am not going to spray this on my cake. Let me wash this out. Let me wash this out. And I'll be right back. This is what happens when you don't have two of these. I'm back. You see how quick that was? See, it washes out completely clean. See, so when you mess up, you can absolutely keep going and just get rid of it and say ouch just for a little bit. So, you know, I am going to stick this thing back on here just because I don't like this. It's so dirty. So dirty. Rocio, go get another. Right. It's all Rocio's fault. Y'all blame her. You know, she's the one that got this for me. Yeah. The white is what made it clump. You think? Yeah, you're probably right. It wasn't like that before, and then it just kind of like went meh, meh. Yeah. You were probably right. But we're back. Alright, so the one thing with this is here, I'll have to gotta run and drive to Walgreens before they close. Okay, thanks Mary. So I'm just gonna fill this up to the 30 milliliters that's on here. You guys can see. And then I'm gonna do the gold. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a couple drops of pink now directly into the liquid, just because I want it to kind of dissolve. And maybe it might be the poppy paint that's making it do this, because I've really never used poppy paint. I've always used like Chef Master or, you know, Deco Pack for my colorings and stuff. So let's try the gold one more time. I'm going to fill this up. You know, guys, I really do think it's the poppy paint inside the alcohol, because if you can see the clumps already. I think it's the poppy paint. So, for you guys, don't mix your poppy paint with alcohol. Can you guys see that, or is it just me? I don't know if you guys can see it in there. Look, there you go. There's a good shot of it. It's the poppy paint. Do not mix your poppy paint with your alcohol. Now we know that's what was causing the problem. Yay! So, let me get a container to pour this into, because I am not going to use this, since we do know that it is the poppy paint that is making it clump. These clumps are way too big to go in this machine. Yep, there you go, see? This is how we learn, guys. So I'm just going to use this to wash this out, and this will just be my cleaning utensil. So there you go, guys. Now we know that poppy paint will absolutely make it clump in alcohol. It's supposed to be. I don't ever really use poppy paint, but I thought it would be a cool idea to try to make it. It says it's got alcohol in the ingredients. And I got the peach thing, allow to dry before consuming. So yeah, if it says that on the side, then it's completely edible, right? Strain it. Well, I'm just going to use my Chef Master colors because I'm still going to go on with the technique that I originally came up with, because I don't want to strain it because I don't want to strain it, Brenda, because I'm afraid I'll get the clumping again. And you know, because sometimes when you leave something in alcohol for long periods of time, maybe that's what caused it to clump up so severe this last time. So I actually do have some rose gold here, some rose pink, you know, that's airbrushed. So I'm going to try the exact same thing with Deco-Pac and see if that causes it. I mean, hell, I might have all kinds of different colors and find out that none of these colors can be used with alcohol for airbrushing, and we might have to go to lemon extract, right? So let's see. This is just Deco-Pac Blushing Pink airbrush. So you guys can see it is airbrush, it is Deco-Pac. I usually use these for everything inside my thing. I'm going to put a couple drops in. And I don't like it because it looks more pink. But, I mean, no, it looks red. It looks red to me, but maybe with, you see? Let's see. It's looking good, not clumping. Looks like we have a winner, guys. No clumping. Look at that. Crystal clear. That's what I was trying to accomplish. Okay? So now we're going to add the gold. And we are going to... I'm going to put just 2 scoops of gold in here. One, 2. You can see it wasn't very much, guys, okay? So, and we're just going to zhuzh this around. And I just figured when I was at the store shopping, I was like, well, you know, what if we just decide to do, you know, the gold, and then instead of me using my liquid or whatever, I use a poppy paint because it's pink. So I thought it would give it that pink undertone. You know, this is that. No, it is not Usher Gold. It is the Ideal Gold. Right here, guys. And I really do like using this one because it really does give a really great metallic look. This is a cake dummy. If you guys are just now logging in, my name is Joanne. I do cakes out of LaPorte, Texas. I show this really cool technique on how to paint on your confetti, so that way you don't have to do it with your hands. It's a simple brush method that goes all the way up, and it was done in half the time. You can do it with real cake, fake cake. The only thing is you know, it's confetti. So, and I wanted to try this method because I was in the store shopping, and I said, hey, if they wanted rose gold, a pink undertone is the trick to the rose gold. So let's try this now and see. I'm not getting any clumping, anything like that. So trying to get this thing to come on. I hope I don't run out of, I might have to use my gun. Uh-oh. Is there a cloud in there still? No, it's coming out. I don't know. I've had this for a little while, so this is my first real issue with it. I usually just pick it up and go, but it might be metallic stuck on the inside, you know. So, when in fail, break out the big handy dirty one. And I'll just have to take it apart and wash it tonight because I'm not going to sit here and keep doing this. So, now I get to use my big airbrush gun. So, let's see how we're going to figure this out. Let me undo this. You know, oh, I can't see what you're saying. Okay, let's see. Yep, I should have had everything set up, everything ready to go, but this wouldn't be me if I did that, because then it would be too easy, you know. So, you know how this works, you know. So, let's get this together. All right. How do you advise your clients not to eat if they have the same pastry Ideal Gold made? Oh, it is made by Albert. Okay. It says to wear gloves, do not breathe it in, and do not eat it. It is not labeled non-toxic. Oh, it cut off. It's not labeled non-toxic. Actually, what I do tell my clients that they are not supposed to eat it. Absolutely, I do. I tell them that they're not supposed to eat it. That by FDA rules, I am to tell them that it is not FDA approved and they cannot eat it. So I will put a layer of fondant and they will put it away, and it is their responsibility. Once I have told them that they are not supposed to eat it, I do tell them that there's an extra layer of fondant. They can peel it away before they serve it to any children, but I am not responsible once I've given the instructions that they are not supposed to eat it. Doesn't the bottle say inedible? It didn't used to. I always thought it said, oh yeah, it does say inedible. But I guess, yeah, because it's from Italy and their rules are a little bit different than ours. But because it's going to be a cake dummy, it really doesn't translate for them, because they know it's going to be a fake cake. They know it's not to be eaten or licked on or anything like that, and it's actually going to be returned. So, you know, they do know that for sure. So let me mix this up here a little bit better. You guys can see. I'm just going to pour this into my thing. And what I did is I mixed a little bit of pink in with the gold, the Ideal Gold, just to make sure. I'm trying to get the rose gold look. So if you guys can see, I'm trying to spray. And I'm trying to get the rose gold to spray, because I have a big one that I need to cover, and this is my learning dummy here to see if I can get the color that I want. And it looks like it's going to go through a lot of gold. But that's what we do, right guys? Thank you. You're welcome. So as you can see, I'm just going across. I don't know if you guys can really tell. It's because it's so brightly colored, it's going to take a little bit extra color. You know, maybe I should have went over it with the white first. Who knows? I do have a white airbrush. I guess I could do that also. But I do like the way this piping gel did make this confetti stick without any problem. And I can see a slightly pink undertone. So it is going to take a couple passes, but like I said, for my clients, it's really not going to be an issue for them to eat it, because they're not going to eat it. The one that is going to be covered in this is going to be a fake cake. It is just for hype, for her event. You know, all brides want a grand cake without having to feed that many people. So I'm trying to see if I can get it. I can see a slight undertone of pink. I don't know if this is going to work though, because of the bright colors that come off of this thing, and it might take a couple passes, you know, because I'm actually almost went through this entire thing already. So I'm just trying to spray half of it so that way we can see if this is actually an ideal method, or if we should move on. Because if we move on, this is why I did this on this one instead of the one that is for the client, because I didn't want to mess their cake up and then spend, you know, a couple of endless sleepless nights trying to fix it, you know. And yeah, you know what, Mary was right. I think I might go with the copper, but what I think I'm going to do on this other end, once I get done with this side here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to overspray white and see if this turning it white first will make the color pop even more. Thank you, Cynthia. I am learning dummies too. So, you know, I do like the pink undertone. It actually is kind of nice, but because of this multicolored sequence, I believe it's going to take, I can see it now. It's actually going to take, can you guys see the gold? Let's see. Can you guys see the gold? There you go. Do you see? It's the greens that are giving me the hard time. Do you guys get the pink undertone? Yes, no? So, let's see here. I think we're going to try, I'm going to try on this other side here. I'm going to give this, I'm going to try to cover some of this green because the green is what's really getting me over here. So let's see, I'm going to heavily spray this here on this side. And we want a little bit of the pink to come through because that actually helps. So as you can see, I'm holding it really close now. And I'm just kind of going in circular motions to be able to get that color to pop out of there. And, you know, to get that color to pop out of there like we need it to. Oh yeah, this is much prettier. Much, much prettier. Yeah, I think the only thing is that we are going to have to, you have to concentrate on the darker spots to be able to cover up that dark green that's in this confetti. You know, this green and blues and, you know, all those dark colors. You guys can see it now. See that? Isn't that pretty? Do you guys see? Let's see. Yeah, I haven't been able to find any white sequins. If you know where to find some white sequins, Eunice, please let me know. Okay? So, can you guys see the light undertone of the pink? I absolutely love it. And I think my bride will love it also. So, my little nifty idea was to just mix your gold, whatever shiny gold. I know there's a lot of, no, you're not supposed to use this brand and it's against all cake law and whatever the case may be, but this is going on a cake dummy for a client of mine who wanted the grandness of a cake, but she wanted this incorporated in her design. And so, thank you, Cynthia. So, I absolutely love the way this came out. You know, so white sequins, amazing cakes, my friend. Oh, okay, you know what? I'll have to look there next. And you're absolutely right. If you guys start with a white sequins, this will probably be, you'll probably use half the paint that I used. Just because I had to use so much to be able to get to cover up the green. But if you guys can see, you clearly get a pink undertone. You see? I will, Eunice. And so, you know, because I also sprayed this, but you can't really tell because of all the dark greens. Do you see? So, but if you look here, look at that. And once you let it sit, I would just, before you assemble the cake, I would give it one more spray to go around it just to be able to get that extra shine for setup. This is fake. It's a dummy. So all you guys who just logged on, my name is Joanne. I do Cakes and Laporte, and I was trying to figure out a way to do the rose gold that everybody is trying to get and everybody loves, and it's always a mixing of the colors. And I've done it once before on a cake, but I hand painted that cake, and to be honest, I can't remember how I did it. So I figured if I'm going to airbrush it, because we were doing a sequence with it, I needed to be able to airbrush. So I figured if we could use gold, shiny, shiny gold, that's not edible, not supposed to eat it, it's against the law here in the United States. It's on a cake dummy, so not a big deal. I just covered it with sequins. I used a nifty little idea that I saw on a little post on Facebook. Pick it up with a paintbrush and brush on. And it sticks, it goes on. You guys can go back to the beginning of the video and watch it. And it actually was really, really easy, and it's a really cool technique. So I absolutely do love this undertone of pink. So next I'm going to try on this piece here. I'm going to paint it white with my white airbrush first to see if I can get some of this darker colors to lighten up. Just because if I can do that and save me paint, because these are really bright colors, guys. And I got these at a cake show that I went to in Louisiana, and I got a big giant box. So I use them for everything, but because I needed it to be rose gold. And so maybe if I use it on a white, it'll actually pop a lot more. So let's start there next. So I am going to break out a bigger set for my, a bigger set for my gun here. I'm going to change out this just because it's already gold, and I don't want it to mess up. So, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I have to wash it and take it apart anyways. So I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol in here, and I'm just going to spray it clean. And as you guys can see, I'm kind of cleaning. I'm using alcohol, and I'm pouring it back into this container that has gold already in it. So now I'm going to go to my white, and it's for airbrush. Okay, so you guys, the one thing we learned today is that poppy paint cannot be mixed with oil. It clumped, it made my gold turn ugly, and it made it turn dingy, and it did not do well with the gold. Okay, so we are going to spray this one part here. I'm not going to do very much because this is my practice dummy anyways, so that way I can continue tonight and see what steps I need to cover or get to. So let's just cover this here, this section in white. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to have to call you, Eunice, to be able to get that. Oh yeah, I think this is going to make it pop much, much, much better. The white going over it looks awesome. Yeah, and it's just kind of muting those really, really bright colors. So I really do think this is going to work better. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I'm here. Let me know where everybody's from, what you guys are getting into. While I'm spraying, I'll look up from time to time and see what you guys are saying. I'm just going to give it one more coat, and then I'm going to give it a second. So you guys make sure you share and like this, you know. So there you go. Look, I did it a little thin white layer. Can you see the difference? It kind of muted everything down. Do you see? That's where I didn't do the white. You see? Pretty cool. I'm debating whether to let it dry a little bit before I go in with the gold, just because I don't want them to mix in. But I think this is going to be the best and easiest way. Yeah, and I didn't know that they actually, well, I've never bothered to even look for it, to be honest with you. The white sequence. I usually make it myself, you know, but I don't really have that kind of time. This week I have a lot of little flowers and a lot of little petals and covered cake and sequins and stuff. But I wanted to try this technique, and since I hadn't been on, I figured it would be a cool little video for me to do for you guys. So this is dry just for a few minutes. So we are going to airbrush this now in this little mixture that I made. Once again, I added a couple drops of Decopac Airbrush Blushing Pink. That's what I added in there, because I was like, let's, you know, rose gold is pink, pinkish gold. So let's see if this works, guys. Because I'm all about finding ways to make sure that I get stuff done quicker, better, faster, you know, and not waste my time, my supplies, my anything. Oh wow, I'm absolutely loving this one. The white undertone absolutely makes it just pop right off. Right off. You can actually see it's lighter, it's brighter. It's actually, I might have to actually, it looks like I'm going to have to actually add more pink if I go with the white. This is really, really nice. I'm actually just going in, just because I'm trying to hit all the angles, and going in circular motion here, all the way around, kind of making my own columns as I go. Can you guys see? That's the one that's been done, and this is the one I'm doing now. It's lighter, but I haven't gone over as many times as I did with the other one. I'm from Port Washington. Hi Laura, thanks for watching. Let's see. So, oops. And normally you guys wouldn't pick a cake up and fling it around, but sometimes you would, and you know, and this just makes it much easier to do. So I am just, so I can see. Let's see. Oh yes. I'm gonna turn on this backlight here so I can see. Oh, I'm actually loving that so much more. I think I'm going to undertone that cake right now with white. Moss Point, Massachusetts. Hi, Kesha, Larry. There you go. I got it. Thank you for watching, you guys. All right, let's see. Okay, as you guys can see, I am just going over it. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, this is the side that we did with no white undertone. This is the one with the white undertone. See, it's a little lighter, but you don't get as much pink undertone. So, it's kind of, maybe do you add more pink, or maybe I should have waited to let the white dry. Hi, Terry. I'm in Texas, too. Are y'all getting rain like we are over here? I'm down south. So, what do you guys think? Which side? A or B? Is there really a difference? Can you guys even see a difference on your screen? No? Yes? A and B. I can still see the dark colors here. B? You like B? Okay, cool. Yeah, I like, you guys can see the lighter, right? Is that what it is? You like A, Elizabeth? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. A. All right, we're at 2 and 2. Just cloudy, no rain. Oh, yeah. Okay. So some of you guys are liking, a lot of you are liking A, the first side. Without anything, you guys can really see the undertone of the pink on this one, right? Through the lens. Is that why you guys like it better? Both of them. Thank you. Thank you, Constance. A. Yeah. Yeah, and I think this one was a little bit better because I did let it dry. The pink still mixed through. I know. So, thank you for doing live on this. Oh, you're welcome, Terry. I actually, yeah, I just thought it would be cool to see, cool to try, do something different. Yeah, so I do too. But when you're trying to paint something gold and a bride is very particular and you don't want their cake to, you know, especially on a bride's day, they have a lot going on and you don't want them to be dissatisfied in the smallest with their cake. So I do like A because I can see the undertones more. So what I am going to do is I'm actually just going to let A side dry, which is here. A side dry. And I'm actually going to go over it one more time with this mixture. I'm going to make a bunch more because I actually do like the pink that's in it. Right, right, and that was my thing exactly. Is I wanted it to be a little bit more rose gold than brass. So, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please feel free to share it, like it, and make sure you click that notification button to get notified when I'm going on. I will be coming back when I'm assembling and putting it all together and show you the final piece. I actually wanted to show you this real quick before we go. As you guys can see, this is the actual cake. It's a 12-inch dummy, and it's all covered, ready to go. You see? So, would never practice on a real cake that's got to go for a client. Nobody does that. Yeah, it's nicer. It is much nicer, April. No, I don't ship cakes, Costin. I'm sorry. I mean, I ship them, like, around here. I will deliver, yes, but not ship anywhere else. So... thank you, Peggy. Thank you for watching. All right, guys. Well, I got to go, and I'm going to airbrush some few things and give out some little things that I have to do. So if you guys have any questions, please send me a message on my cake page, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. You guys have a great night. Thank you again for watching, you guys.